She's gonna throw the head too? Oh, that's disrespectful. This is the week of disrespecting. Is this Sid? Did Sid grow up and lose his hair? Once again, the secret necklaces were not... I really think maybe if they had, like, magical jock straps, maybe that would have been less, like, stolen. What do we have here? Okay, that's a turn of events. Honestly, the humor is pretty on point this week, in a different way than we normally expect. Usually the humor is her just being violent. Having the most violent character play, like, matchmaker is actually kind of amazing, and a plot twist I wasn't expecting. I lost a bet, so I'm gonna stop breaking stuff because I need a smash room. Where does she keep those? I really need to know where she always keeps her gloves, because she never leaves home without them, but most of her shit doesn't look like it has pockets. Are they poison? Oh, it wasn't poison, but it passed a note. Ooh. So when he grabbed the plate, there was a note there. I love how immediately creepy old man, like this is why I said there's some people, the way you look, you can't do certain jobs. I mean, maybe his look would fit right in on the US Senate, but that's about it. The thing that I love the most about our MC is how so often she wears red. And I can almost guarantee, now I can't say for sure 100%, but I am fairly confident she purposely chooses red because she doesn't want to get in trouble by Leo. Because her brother would scold her. If she had a white dress, a blue dress, anything where blood would be shown, because she gets in so many fights anymore, right? The concepts of her wearing something that at least can cover up the blood. Now, granted, is she smart enough to sometimes realize that she's got blood on her face? Not really. But you gotta believe that it's probably all a part of the plan at this point, that she goes out of her way to wear red for the sole purpose, so any splashback from her brutal beatdowns can blend in with the dress. Now, Leo always finds out one way or another, but goddamn, I can respect it. And while we didn't get to see a lot of the beatdown, I think she probably took a couple dozen, maybe even a few dozen people down. It's hard to say because the church had quite a few people, and we really only see a couple get beat up before they kind of do the cutaway and then just all their bodies are... One of them, I'm convinced, is dead. Now, sometimes characters go flying into another kingdom, into a tree, and walk it off. So I'm not going to deny the fact that bodies be built different. But when I see a head into a brick wall, and it's just on the neck, the force of that going into the wall and the ricochet would have snapped his neck. She's got some death on her hands, and honestly, I don't know how they cover it up, but there's no wonder why big bro's like, for the love of God, Prince, take her as your wife already, so I don't have to cover this up. Because that's the thing, right? He is not really that powerful of a person. If his sister's getting bullied by a goddamn prince, there's not much he can do because his political power is lesser. So when she beats up very powerful people, he's sweating bullets because how are we going to prevent our family from being executed? But if a prince marries her, you know, she's protected and that's your problem. Makes a lot of sense. Though I will admit, the plot twist of Miss Little Saint Deanna having a crush on Big Bro Leo wasn't on my bingo card, and probably the biggest plot twist I've seen so far, because I figured there would be something. But I don't know, like, thinking back on the last episode and how she was talking about how much she hates the prince, I'm thinking there's going to be something with him that makes her change her tune, and either she gets why she's going to end up with him, or she'll support her sis in the shadows. I don't know. Wasn't expecting Leo, and just love the fact that she's just immediately like, hey, if you want, I can help you out, girl. Wing woman. Best wing woman, if we're being honest. Now, before we jump any further, I gotta mention, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, Patreon's where you can catch my full live reactions, so all of some more. If you also want help fund the channel and videos just like these, and we're also doing a giveaway over on Patreon, so if you join before the end of this month, you immediately get entered for a 1-year subscription to my Patreon. So, great time to join if you're interested. Now, this episode, it's hard to say what the community will feel about it, because this is naturally the type of episode that I feel like I want to say is going to get overlooked, that people will call it slow. They'll use my most hated word, filler. Word is lost all meaning many years ago, but it still gets thrown around like it means anything. But then again, I've seen enough of these episodes anymore where, like, the community surprises me. Because overall, I think it's a great episode. It's fun, it's funny, it's badass. The biggest issue I have with it is that I would have preferred probably seeing her beat up that whole church, but if not seeing that means that the next proper fight that happens, we get to really see all the animation, then I'm okay sacrificing probably the same fight we've already seen before, if you rewind when she was tossing people into walls, into tables, and the like. Either way, though, it's fun because it sets up a lot. And that's kind of what the purpose of an episode like this is. It's to set up the second half of this season. The main points were, of course, Deanna, in terms of her crush and her loves and where she wants to go. Girl Squeen doesn't know what to do, so there's that plot point, and obviously we make some progression. Now, of course, for the bro, he's thinking, oh, he's just trying to help her feel like she's a normal girl, not knowing her feelings, of course, so we'll see where all that goes. In terms of the main character, it's kind of like the natural bond between Prince and, I guess, eventually Princess. Oh god, Bloodstained Queen, could you imagine? That's where she would go. That's something. But I like it because this is what really makes these two so good for each other, in my opinion. The fact that, like, he doesn't hold her back. Like, there's definitely times where he's going to tell her, you probably shouldn't. But in the case of a group of people whose big reason for sabotaging a stall, I lost a bet, so now I smash things. Grrr! I'm a big man. Like, that's literally his entire reason for smashing that man's wares. Bro comes in with a big ass bag of gold or silver, doesn't matter. He probably overpaid, says, I'm paying for all the damage. Also, would you mind if we beat the living out of those guys? And he's like, bet, go ahead. All right, darling, that's your cue. Still don't know where she pulls the gloves from because her dresses do not have pockets as far as I can see, so let your imagination run wild. Gloves up and just beats the living. It's just so funny. Because I guarantee you what's happening here is all the rich people are getting more and more paranoid and terrified of her because, like, oh, she's disrupting the status quo. And eventually, if you know anything about politics and rich people, the more you do that, the more they want you gone. So, political assassinations and stuff are definitely going to be on the horizon. But the general people are loving her more and more. The more violent she gets towards injustice, whether that's bums trying to rob or rich people trying to sell people, the more she has the general support of the people. So if she does actually marry or get engaged to this man, and he's seen to be the future king, they will have the general public support. The issue will come from all the other people, especially those who have already pulled out guns and the like on us, and where that will go. So that's going to be really fun, because we do have to remember they did drop that isekai twist in terms of Little Miss Bitch, who in the first episode screwed us over. So there's still a lot there. I don't know, I actually feel like this episode did quite a bit in terms of setting up future narratives, while just all the individual small scenes being really fun all in the process. Honestly, it was a great episode if you ask me. I'm not sure how I'd rank it among all the episodes, but it's certainly within the top half if you ask me. Production really was minimal. It was non-existent for the most part. I mean, when we're walking through the little fair area, festival area, I don't know what to call it, where she had like in each finger a different food, corn dog, or I think it was like a chocolate covered banana, candy apple, and the like. Just, she was having a great time. It was just shots. It was still shots, one to the next, one to the next. But, you know, when there was a little movement with the action, I enjoyed what it is, but that's anime for you. That's why I don't like overreact like most people when like an action-oriented show like sometimes is a little stiff and still, because if you actually watch more than 5 shows a season, this is how anime looks. And as I always say on this channel, and I'm consistent on this opinion, so you know I'm not a hypocrite, as long as I like the art style, and the art style is fun to look at, and the character models are relatively consistent, minimal movement doesn't really bother me, because that's how anime is. And when it does pop off with Sokka, that's when I get a little more excited. Could they have done more with it? Absolutely. But was it an abysmally dog shit produced episode? No. It was just an averagely produced episode, and the comedy, it was funny. What can I say? I enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought, though, of this week's episode, and what do you think of her red dress? You think she wears it specifically for that reason, or do you think she just likes the color? I think we all know why, but you let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like, share, support, subscribe. If you're new around your Patrons, you can catch us for live reactions, all this and more. And hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. So today we got Goron 201, Mary Lou, Angela, Phantom, Sebastian Emil Mueller, Jackie Hisu, and we also have Dapper Dad. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. You know, have a good one.